Into cage number 2, representing Ireland in the blue corner, Mark Galvin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the red corner of the cage, number 1, representing France, Chad Tenso. And now, his opponent in cage 2 in the right corner, representing Russia, Evgeny Morozov.
We move on to our welterweight fighters now, 77.1 kilograms or 170 pounds. Very exciting division. And here we bring a guy who is on a 4-0 run, so winning 4 fights, losing none. And that is Mark Galvin from Ireland. And he'll be looking to establish his win streak. Mark in the blue corner. And his opponent for today, Evgeny Morozov. And Morozov hailing from Russia. And of course supporting the red outfit. And Galvin very experienced, very confident. And actually for Mark, it's the first time back to the IMMAF in 3 years. So he's had a 3-year break from IMMAF and competed in other organizations and come up 4-0. So he's had some definite success there. Again, Mark looking to establish the striking game early. And there's some tight boxing being displayed by Morozov, sorry. And he's also quite careful. You can see there, he's keeping his hands nice and high. In the exchanges, he tries to exit. You can see there, did a good job of staying on top. Some of them looking for the potential Uchimata there with the whizzer. Morozov working from the top position. Galvin now with the longer limbs in this fight here. Usually means that translates to catching triangles a little bit easier on people. As you can see here, he's working his knee in. He's trying to establish that leg pass, potentially looking for the armbar, maybe looking for the omoplata, just shy though of the shoulder. He needs pressure on the back of the shoulder to limit the posture of Morozov. Morozov has some nice tidy boxing on the inside, but you can see there he's not rushing into the striking game. He's making sure that he's calm and concise, and he plants his punches when he wants to. Close range, he's not going to fall foul to just swinging and getting caught and leaving it to when the chips fall down. You know, and we see that sometimes in the opening round, the first fight of the IMMAF, that they want to advance through. We spoke about a little bit earlier with regards to being having injuries and damage and being tired and muscle fatigue. But often in the first fight, it's more of a tactful battle, which is nice to see because they're going to rely on tactics as well as their skill set, but they're not going to make any silly mistakes. So often you'll see a more tactical and precise mixed martial arts fight. Oh, some big punches here at the end of that round. Been slammed through. Golovin caught that one on the chin. Just getting ready for round 2 of this welterweight matchup. Golovin and Morozov. Golovin in the blue, Morozov in the red. And you see now how the game plans unfold in this second round. Morozov has excellent top control. He's very good in the close range boxing realm. Keeps his guard nice and high. Golovin's going to have to try and expose that. The one way he can do that is utilize his reach. Hey! Morozov went down there for a second. And again, there's the... Look at that. That was beautiful to watch. You don't see that often. That is a textbook cartwheel counter, usually to a single leg. But it can be employed in that position with the whizzer and the hip toss. And you very rarely see that in mixed martial arts. It's more you see that on a wrestling mat. If you go ahead and search Olympic wrestling into the YouTube channels, there's the cartwheel defense to the single leg usually, sometimes the double. You very rarely see that. That's something special to witness here in a mixed martial arts fight where you have to worry about positions, submissions, and of course strikes. That was a high level technique from Morozov. Punishing body shots, then going to the head is Morozov. Golovin now struggling to break the posture. He's struggling to find a definitive handle to break the posture of Morozov. Golovin here is using some skills with his legs, but he's a little bit flat backed and flat hips, like his hips are to the sky here. I'd like to see him work some more angles in those grappling exchanges on the ground, but for now, he needs to think about sweeping or potentially getting back to his feet. There, he's looking to cage walk. You can see Morozov sense that and charged straight in. Using the head control, looking for the knee slice pass here. Some punches here to distract and to gain some points from Morozov. Immediately goes to control. This is what you'll see from the high-level wrestlers. The control in the top position is something that's very, very difficult to deal with, especially if you haven't had that wrestling pedigree early on in life, or you haven't had much training with regards to in the wrestling realm. You know, almost certainly Golovin from Ireland, same as England, we don't have wrestling in our school systems. Maybe that's something they need to implement later on in life, because it does definitely teach the martial arts way, the humbleness, the training, the hard work, the sportsmanship. We're seeing here straight footlock attempt here. There's a double straight footlock attempt here. Who's going to get it? That's often the way with footlocks. You know, you go for your opponent's foot and immediately they'll cinch up your foot and then you're in danger. And that's what we saw from Morozov. He sensed he was in danger, so now he's going to try and evade this position but rides it out. But again, with that submission, it can put some pressure on the ankle, but it's more of a pain submission where there's pain going into the area of the Achilles tendon. You know, it can do some damage to the ankle there, but That's why you saw Morozov promoted himself to abandon the attack on Golovan's leg and secure the escape, or at least alleviate the pressure by the movement.
I think after finish here, I will go to swim. Yeah, I decided.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, making their way over to cage one into the blue corner, representing France, Jerome Rapin.
Third and final round here, where we see Golovin pull out a sneaky submission, and when Morozov use his boxing and his wrestling to edge out a decision here. We will find out. Golovin charging forward with those punches. Again, he's looking for that hip toss from the whizzer. But Morozov very aware of that, looks to step around the danger leg, which enables him to control his opponent flat-backed and evade the hip-to-hip pressure. To throw some with that hip toss, you need your hips to engage with their hips. If you keep distance, it's harder to get thrown. Body, head for Morozov, and now Golovin working off his back now, but I like the way he's more active off his back. He's using the angles. You can see he's scooting his hips out there to the left side. He's trying to gain an angle for a submission, potentially a sweep. Long legs there, working the body triangle here. Knee shield position here, potentially could look for a scissor sweep. Again, very difficult to sweep. Such an excellent wrestler as Morozov. They could threaten the sweep and then go to the submissions. That's the beauty of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game. You could, you imagine you want to sweep your opponent. They're thinking about the sweep, and then chuck your legs up for a triangle and armbar. I think that's what Sullivan is trying to do. He's being more active from his guard, trying to catch in submissions. I'd like to see him snatch up that foot again. He had some success early on in that previous round with that footlock. Looking for the switch is Golovin. Again, such a strong wrestler, looking for the guillotine here. Knee in, back. Oh, there's the tap. Beautiful work. Even had the arm in there. Such a very, very tight submission. And check that out from Morozov. The sportsmanship after that win. But that was a beautiful transition to the guillotine from the open guard. Knee across the belly, the other leg across the back. With an arm in, he would have had to torque his hand like a clockwork choke. Like a clock hand. But that was beautiful work.
Which fighter won?
Yeah.
Mikhail. Which
red.
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 How do you win? One round. Sorry.
Third round.
Third, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, our opponents to referee will start the contest at 1 minute and 42 seconds rounds for the qualification. In the red corner, representing Russia, Evgeny Morozov. And over on the cage, number 3, we go to the scorecards for the winner by the way.